I'll be sliding down the mountain when you come.
I'll be sliding down the mountain when you come. Every slide down the mountain, every slide down the mountain, every slide down the mountain when he comes. And he's gonna change lanes.
Yeah. Let's go. Come on. Keep up. Ginseng. Last night at 1 o'clock in the morning, I go back up there, and Vince and Sarah are sitting in that little nook. And you see that ridge line right up there, right where the sky meets the top? That's like a cliff. Had to be a Bigfoot. They were so quiet, I didn't even know they're up there. I thought they went to bed. You could hear trees breaking, snapping, and growling sounds. So I got my camera out, I started videotaping, and we listened to it for about 20 seconds. They were listening to it for at least a few minutes. Walking that way, going up. Everywhere we go, we get Bigfoot activity. So, bedroom door is right on the forest. So today I'm going to go up there and see what all is broken. Because I heard at least 6 big trees being busted. Like the one next to that, to the left of that big one. But as usual, I'll go up there and there will be nothing broken. It's like there's a second dimension, an alternate reality where they can go through and just tear shit up. And just like at the property, there's nothing fresh broken. That's a weird phenomenon. I don't have to close my mouth. I look better with my mouth open.
Living high in a hog, North Carolina, Smoky Mountain.
I'm just a sucker for pain.
Smoky, Smoky Mountain.
You want to get in it? Come on, get in it. We're just suckers for pain.
Token Mountain.
We got cabin fever.
Smoky Mountain.
Cabin fever.
Smoky token.
Show that grill.
We're just a sucker for.
Oh my God, Aiden.
We're just a sucker for pain.
Toki
We're just
Smoky.
a sucker for pain.
Where are we?
North Carolina.
We
Where?
got cabin fever.
Cherokee.
So much fever.
I got the flavor for the fever of a bingo. I'm just a sucker for pain.
Pain? Ow, pain. Speaking of pain,
Do you feel the pain?
I burnt myself.
Do you feel this? Do you feel that?
Ow!
Watch out for the grill master.
Master
Grill.
of the grill.
Well, everybody's a grill master on here. I'm just a sucker for pain.
What the heck does that mean?
It's a song. It's just
Toke?
a soundtrack, Peter.
Secret space program, Sarah.
He's got OCD.
Where was I?
What was your last dream about the SSP? Quick, say it in
Mars.
2 sentences. What happened to Mars?
It worked.
What else? Well, it's
I
quick,
was
say
a
it.
worker.
Got 2 more
I
seconds.
don't know. I just worked. I worked.
I can only
worked,
upload 1 minute
I went
and
to
10
bed.
seconds.
I worked. I was a worker.
What do you remember studying?
Worker bee. Crops. Farming.
Oh, okay. Tell me about the one where you went back in time and you put your name on something.
Oh,
you
that
got
was different.
You got a really weird
Yes,
name.
yes, yes.
And
We were-
Gina told me it's because you're part of a 5-person
No,
disclosure.
we were in a whole room, and there were curtains around every single, like, there's a room but no door. There were just curtains. And we were all back there, like, kind of changing into these spacesuits, honestly. And then we were changing into these spacesuits, and there was one main professor we all wanted to impress. I remember that clearly. We all wanted to impress our one main professor. That's the one thing we all had in common. So we would come out of the changing
Wasn't I the
room.
professor?
I don't think you were the professor.
You called me the professor once.
We
Okay,
would all
keep going.
come out of this changing room and we'd say, we're ready. And then something would happen. I don't remember what, but all of a sudden we would be transformed back into time and
Yep.
we would zoop,
It's all
it was
about
like
time.
zoop, we would drop off. I remember
Yep.
dropping off onto
Yep.
literally onto a rock, seeing a freaking tiger from like back in the ages. And I remember running around and ending up in a cave, and I was like carving my name on something and thinking my professor this will totally impress my professor. I'm gonna carve my initials on this rock. And I remember having the ability when I carved my initials, which were still SM this lifetime.
Okay.
I carved my initials. I still remember having the ability of, I'm done, I'm gonna zoom out, go back to that changing room area. Not the changing room itself, but that facility.
Okay.
So when I carved my initials in, I said, boom, I'm done here. I remember having the ability to zoom out of that era, zoom back into that facility, and I remember running to my professor and telling him, you won't believe what I just did. Like, I zoomed into that time frame, carved my initials in a specific rock.
Like the jumper that came and visited
Yes,
us.
like a jumper.
Jumper.
Carved, I carved my initials, jumped out of that space, whatever era, went back into this facility. Hold on there, Sal.
SSP facility.
I don't know what it is, but I
Of
remember
course it's the SSP.
clearly
We think
thinking.
regular people have those dreams.
I remember clearly thinking, I'm carving, and this is gonna impress my professor so much.
I can tell you what that's all about.
What?
Because you got a really strange last name. It went back in time millions of years, and they're going to use you and this guy who also left footprints in this rock that they say is 4 billion years old. So there's no humans back then. They're going to show that time is not linear like
Yeah.
we think it is. And you're going to be one of 5 people they show it to.
All I remember.
I'm telling you,
at that
that's what they
time,
told me.
honestly, was
That's why
not
you got to
like-
stay in this.
All I remember was not humanity as a whole. All I remember is just impressing that professor, whoever that person was.
Yep.
That's all I remember.
This big SSP
And
guy.
I was done carving, and I had the ability.
It's the big SSP guy.
I had the ability to go. I'm done. I'm gonna zoom back out, and
Yep.
I went zoom. I ended up in the facility again. And I was like, guess what I just did? I was so
SSP
excited.
facility,
I
probably.
was so excited. I was, guess what I just did? And I snapped out of it. That's it. And I
It's going to be like, what can we show the public to prove to them and make it fun that time is not linear? Oh, Sarah's got this really crazy last name.
Right, but I don't know.
Nikazugabizik.
I don't know
Whatever you
who
pronounce
the
it.
professor was.
I just call it Broski. So they're
It's
gonna,
not Broski.
you're gonna put your name in it. They're gonna take the camera back in time and they're gonna say, did you put your name there?
Yeah.
What is it
Yeah,
carbon
my
dating?
initials.
What is it radiocarbon dating
My
at?
initials on a rock.
4 million years old.
On a rock.
Well, obviously that's not true.
In a cave.
So we have
by a
full
cave.
control over
I
time.
remember being in a cave, carving my name on a rock by a cave.
I'm
That's
telling you,
insane.
the Orions told me that during our SSP, the last time we did a session, a board session,
Yeah.
they put that in my head.
But my professor was an actual being like me. It
Yes.
wasn't like God or like an alien.
We're all humans.
I know, but it was. I don't remember what his face was like. I know it was like a male energy. It could have been a female, but with a masculine energy. I remember feeling a masculine energy, and a superior being. That's how I felt. Like, oh
Right.
my God, he's
He's
oh
an
my God.
Orion DZ elder,
And
probably.
all I cared about, I did not care about humanity.
Sarah had
Oh.
one. Sarah had a jumper visit us at Green Swamp
Yes,
while we were
Green Swamp.
hiking. Looked over and saw him in a white robe and all that. And then we asked about it. And Gina said, how do you like our
Yeah,
jumper
all
essentially?
I cared about was impressing my professor. That's all I cared about at the moment. I'm like, he's gonna be so happy when I tell him about this carving story.
I'm telling you, it's going to be a demonstration of how time is not linear. That we have full control over our timelines. That's what it's all about.
Hi. Hi. Mimi.
Do I want a what?
Everybody's coming. Shish kebab.
Of course I want shish kebab.
Making a plastic plate.
You guys probably can't hear it, but the thunder's rolling out there.
Outside the bedroom. Everything is like downhill, and this goes downhill and downhill and downhill for 2,000 feet, almost straight down. Gravel throws up behind your truck. $1 million house. I mean, it's like, and then there's mountains out there. You can see them in the distance. But there's mountains, and there's a 300-foot cliff right there where the trucks are. I mean, just walking down this driveway and walking up, you're exhausted. And right there is a cliff going, I don't know, could be 1,000 feet down. It's crazy. What the heck is going on down there? What could make a leaf do that? The heck? That one's doing it over there too. I mean, you can't even, this doesn't even do it justice, because you can't, I mean, it just looks like a ridge line. This phone is not picking it up at all. I mean, those are trees in there. Those are all solid trees. Thick forest. And that's 4,000 feet up there. We're at 2,000. You can see there's clouds. See the cloud? That's a cloud right there. I gotta get my drone up. Right after bacon. Check this out. Got a little nook. This is the perch.
Are there any bats in there?
3 stories up. Wraparound porch. Big 8-person jacuzzi. This goes off into the woods. There's bears and shit running back and forth. Wild blueberries. Frickin'. I'm gonna pick some gems out of here and send you some for your pyramids. Everywhere, just gems. Or quartz and all that kind of stuff. There's Bonnie. Say hi to Ryan.
Hey, Ryan. Wait till you see this place in the daylight.
Look how big this porch is. It just goes on forever. Goes, and goes all the way around. It's unbelievable. Look at that. Look at the stars. I'm sure Ryan's got stars. There's the kitchen. Up loft. Top view. There's the mountains out there, but you can't see them because of the fog. I'm getting ready to fly my drone out there. I wonder if I should send a drone up into the fog. It's just starting to clear. Hey. Here's the forest right out here. Mountains all around us. You just gotta climb a mountain as soon as you walk out the door. There's one side of the porch. There's our trucks. Those trucks barely made it up this place. That's how high we are. I had to put it in low gear. And this driveway is so steep coming up, gravel was blowing out the back of my tires. I don't know how most people get up here with regular vehicles. I had 4-wheel drive. There's the mountains. They're starting to come into view. God, that's amazing. I'm flying my drone in about 20 minutes to the top of that mountain out there to look for Sasquatch. Amazing. Look at the end of that driveway. It's over a cliff and it goes down like 100 feet. And there's nothing to stop your truck from going over that. I can't believe they let people come in here. When you go around there, it just goes straight down. We're at the top of a mountain. 2,500 feet. That one over there is 4,000 feet tall. And it just goes up from here. Boom, 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 boom. This is all minerals out here. Look at the dirt. I mean, everywhere you look is like gems and minerals and sparkly stones. Granite. Something running through the woods like every 10 minutes last night. You can hear them run. There's a kitchen table right over here. I bet nobody's ever even used this kitchen table.
I'm gonna start getting stuff.
No, hang on a second.
Wendy's
Did you come up here?
Yes, she did.
Wow.
That's the private balcony. That freaking atmosphere right there.
This is like a $2 million house. Cozy up here, freezing cold downstairs.
Right in the woods.
Wow.
Sasquatch can take one leap.
Wait till you go upstairs, it's hot.
Look at the mountains. We are so high up here, my four-wheel drive couldn't even make it up.
The scenery up here.
What?
Scenery up here.
Stairs over here.
Okay.
Holy cripes.
Now we're gonna be sitting out there drinking our coffee, looking for Brown Mountain lights.
I'm not waking up that.
There's no reason to go anywhere. All right, I need to find a restroom right there.
I thought you found one already. It's right there.
To come from a military person, they asked, this is something that goes around, so they must have access to some information on the internet. Is there a soul trap set up for us after we die? And
A soul trap?
yeah, a soul trap. And since then, Gonzalez said he was referring to there's a soul trap white light that people are talking about when you die. If you go to the white light, you get stuck in some incarnation soul trap or something.
Well, Art Bell was saying that all the way back in the 90s. Don't go to the light, it's a trap.
Right. Well, that's what this question was referring to. I really didn't know what it was talking about at the time. And the answer what came back from Thierry, the only traps we encounter in life and after are the ones we have set for ourselves. The idea that there is a soul trap at the end of a white light was a psyop and a distortion set in place that we can then create with the creative force of our consciousness. This is the intent of the creation of this distortion. Appeared and took me home. And when I got home, it was still the same day. I had only been gone for like 10 minutes or so.
Oh, wow.
And I had had days of encounters packed into 10 minutes.
Well, that's very fascinating. So, Corey, I again want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for watching. This is Cosmic Disclosure. I'm your host, David Wilcock, here with Corey Good.
David Wilcock, you're not listening to Corey Good. He's telling you that he's astro traveling. He just told you that at the end.
Greetings from the raw consciousness. I am the humble messenger of the law of one. For raw terror, Earth is now free. Do as you please.